What's up everybody, Poppin' John here. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, please click the subscribe button and the bell to get notified every time I upload a video. In this video, I'm gonna be breaking down how to do different wave concepts with your hands. Let's get into it. This will really help you to finish and start your waves really detailed, really clean, and I think probably the most important part of waving is the hands, and that's why I focus a lot on my hands. So really focus on all the details, all the positions, and these are pretty tedious. They take time to really get the mechanics down and the muscle memory. So take your time and enjoy the process, all right? So the first thing that we're gonna be breaking down is a liquid move, okay? So basically what I'm doing is I have my hands here and I'm basically gonna pull my hand down with the other hand, and I wanna focus on the amount of space that's in between my hands, okay? I wanna try to keep that consistent. I don't wanna like get too close or get way too far away. Right now. I really want to try to keep that same distance apart. Okay, so basically we have our hand up. This hand is going to pull this one down. We're going to go over the top of this lip. I'm going to come down. And we're going to end up here in the middle of this cereal bowl, I like to call it. And then I start to come up the other side of the cereal bowl. I go over the top and on the outside, okay? So this is a pattern that really helps you learn this technique, okay? You come up over the top, down the side, into the center, up to the other side, over the top, over, and then back through, okay? So this pattern really helps you to understand the waving with the hands, and also creating like a shape with your wave. Okay, so I'm really showing this shape. I'm digging into the inside of this bowl. I'm opening up to the top, over the edge, down the side, down the middle, up over the other edge. Okay, so I'm here, boom, down into the center, over the top, down in the center, over the top, down in the center, over the top, okay? So let's go back and forth through that 10 times. We're gonna go 1, 2, okay? So here we go, let's do it 10 times in a row. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, so really important to focus on all the details, the space between the hands, really showing the shape, okay? I'm focused on trying to have my hands kind of like flat to where you can see the edges of my hand, because if I do this, you kind of like miss the illusion. So I'm really focusing on where you guys can see this illusion, okay? So I'm really focused on the distance between the fingers, and also the shape that I'm trying to show, okay? So another part of this drill is kind of going back and forth over some of the same spots of this bowl, okay? So we have this over the lip, back over, boom, and just rewinding that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this really helps you to start to understand the wave with your hand, showing the shape, showing that space, okay? And then connecting your hands by showing that shape, okay? You can do right here in front of you. Okay, so here's another shape. So you basically have this, it's like a ramp, like a skateboarding ramp. You go over the top, and then there's a ramp on the other side. Okay, so you're coming up, over, down, up, over, down, up, over, down. Boom, 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 boom. Really important to focus on all the details. Make it as smooth as possible. Obviously, when one hand stops, the other one's done moving. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, and I'm trying to keep that shape constant. Okay, I don't want to make like here and then down here. Okay, I really want to show that it's always in the same spot. We're using some miming techniques because we're creating this space that doesn't really exist through our movement. Bam, 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 bam. Good. Okay, so I'm going up the ramp, over the top, down the other side. Up the ramp, over the top, down the other side. Up the ramp, over the top, down. Boom, 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 boom. Good. Okay? All right, so this is super important because I use some of these techniques to develop more combinations. All right? So for an example, if I'm doing a trace wave, bam, and then I come out of the trace wave, I can use this technique to transition to the other side. Okay, so see what's happening is I'm using this same technique here to transition out of this wave and then pass to the other side. Okay, so I'm using this kind of like liquid technique to go from this hand to this hand. Boom, see that? I'm finishing the wave and then I'm starting the wave on this side. You can see that I'm kind of like passing to the other side. That kind of has this feeling to it, okay? So I'm going here, trace, to the other hand. See that? To the other hand. Boom. So this one's finishing and then I'm changing from my wave hand, and that wave hand turns into the trace hand, and the trace hand turns into the wave hand. Okay? So for an example, if I'm tracing my wave, boom, boom, I'm going down the body and I'm coming back up, and then I want to continue that wave, I can pass it to the other side. Okay? So that's where you're kind of like transitioning the command to the other hand. So I have this wave, boom, I'm finishing it, and then that finished wave turns into the trace hand and it goes to the other side. So let's just go back and forth from arm to arm for a little bit. Let's do it 10 times. Let's start here. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Okay, so that's really important if you want to transition from one hand to the other. Did you see what I just did? I went wave, I went trace with the finger, and then when I finished that trace, I turned this hand to the trace hand and this one to the wave. So it goes boom. Okay, and the only reason I know how to do that is because I've practiced it over and over and over and over and over. All right? So the next thing that I want to teach you guys is how to move each finger individually. All right? When it comes to waving. All right? So basically, what you want to learn is how to go from pinker. Basically, what you want to learn is how to go from pinky to thumb. Okay? Boom to thumb. And then thumb to pinky. Pinky to thumb, thumb to pinky. Pinky to thumb, thumb to pinky. Pinky to thumb, thumb to pinky. Okay? The best way to start is think about like spirit fingers. Okay? You really want to move each digit individually. Okay? Boom. Okay, so I'm doing one at a time. Ooh. I'm moving pinky to thumb, pinky to thumb, pinky to thumb. Okay? And they just keep going. They keep moving. Pinky to thumb, pinky to thumb. Okay? So one thing that this does is it adds kind of like life into your hands. Okay? So I use these techniques when I'm passing energy into the other hand. Boom. Okay, see that? Good. Okay? One at a time. Okay? A really cool move to learn here is it's easier for me to go pinky to pointer finger like this. Okay? Hands closed, pinky to pointer finger, pinky to pointer finger. Okay? Opening the hand, opening the hand, opening the hand. Right? So we're moving each digit individually. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? So here, so we have pinky and pinky, and it goes boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? And the better you get at it, the more time you spend doing it, it starts to get really smooth. Okay? Let's go from pinky to thumb. Okay? So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I promise that this gets easier and easier. Okay? The best way to practice is I practice this when I'm sitting down, when I'm on a plane or on a train or waiting somewhere, and I have my hands to play with. Okay? So bam, I'm doing all of these type of moves that really help me accent waves and accent energy, and this really helps with your dance. Hands can be very detailed. Okay, so we have this one, the cereal bowl, and the skate ramp. Okay, we have the trace to the pass. All right, we have these where we're moving each of them individually. Okay, and then we have pinky to thumb all the way through. Okay, all of these really help with the details of the hands. Okay, here's another one. All right, we have our hands out flat, and what we're gonna do is we're going to close our hand, boom, and open our hand. So basically what I'm doing is I'm opening each individual digit, okay, and then I'm closing them kind of like with the domino effect, and them being connected, I'm going from closed to open, back to closed, closed to open, back to closed. So I'm going from the same side. So closed to open, back to closed, closed to open, back to closed. Okay? And if you start to do that quickly to where it opens and then it starts to close, so it opens, closed, open, closed, open, closed, open, closed. You can go all the way open and then back to closed to where you see both of those positions, open, closed, open, closed, or that you're kind of like sending a wave through the hands. Boom, boom, okay? Takes time. You have to practice it, okay? Another thing with the fingers, okay? So basically, we are like cupping our hands together. Okay, we're cupping our hands together. And we are opening a hand and then pivoting around. Okay, so I'm here. I open with my pinky to my pointer finger, and then I twist my hand to where the other hand is on top. Okay, and I close that hand, pinky to pointer finger, as I'm turning my hand. Okay, so it goes woo, woo. Okay, here on top to bottom, here on top to bottom, on top to bottom, on top to bottom, on top to bottom. So you start to see this illusion where you're going over those fingers and then ending up in the position that you can do with the other hand. Boom, 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 boom. It almost feels like you're dropping sand into one hand and then dropping it into the other. It's like if you had sand dropping into this hand and then you would drop it into the next one, drop it into the next one, drop it into the next one. It kind of feels that way. Boom. Because you're like going from here to like pouring it into the other hand. Boom, boom, boom. And the closer you get to the other hand, the more of an illusion that you can feel. Okay? So all of these are a lot of fun. They're difficult, but focus on all the details. Okay? I know that's a lot in one video. So I wanted to give you guys a bunch of different concepts. You need to go back and watch these, really drill them, really focus on all the details, focus on really getting that detailed positioning down in your muscle memory. And then you don't have to think about it anymore, and you can go from waving to spending time with your hands, back into waving, and it's a cool concept that transitions into all these other styles. So hands are super important. I hope you guys have fun practicing. And remember, it takes a lot of practice. Repetition is the key. And have fun. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. And if you're not subscribed, please click the subscribe button and the bell to get notified every time I upload a video. If you're looking for me on other social media platforms, all of my links will be in the description. All right, remember guys, practice is the key. Poppin' John here. Peace.